Hi, I'm Gina with Claiborne Parish Library. Welcome to another Crafting with Gina. Today I'm going to show you how to make my Santa that I made doing book folding. What you're going to need is, of course, you're going to need an old book like this, because you're going to need to have 40 pages kind of cut out. And if they're separated, you're going to have to glue the spine to make them stay together. And if not, if you can cut it out of the book and keep the glue on it, then you're perfectly okay. Then you're going to need a couple of just sheets randomly out of here, because you're going to fold those up to make this fringe that's just a ring that's sitting on top of it. And that lines the bottom of his hat. And then you are going to make a little fringe top up at the top. And you're going to need also some of the book paper to cover up his little mustache, if you want to. You don't have to. Then you need to go online and find a Santa face. And I use Microsoft Word, so when I found the Santa face, I copied and pasted. Like, I copied the emblem and I pasted over into my Microsoft Word, and then I trimmed it and made it the size that I wanted it and printed it out and cut it out. And that's what I did. So I'll show you how to do that too. So you're going to need some red paint to paint the top part of his hat, Santa's hat. Of course, you'll need some kind of a sponge or paintbrush, scissors, an X-Acto knife so that you can cut the pages out of the book. Then, of course, last but not least, we'll need the glue gun so that we can glue the face onto the little book that, the cone that we make when we're doing our book folding, and also the fringe on the top. So, with that being said, I'm going to get started and show you how to do all this. Okay, hold on. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how I found my Santa face. So I went to Google on my computer, typed in Santa face. It comes up with a lot of Santa faces. I go up here and I choose images. And pretty much you can use any kind of Santa face that you want. We could use this one if we wanted to with those eyes. I just have the little bitty one. Let me find. I really liked, you can use any face. Here's the one that I used. Over here it's a metal Santa face decoration. I opened it up so you can see it right here. Click on it. I'm doing a right click and doing a copy image. Okay? So then we're going to make that go away, and I'm going to open up my Microsoft Word, and let me do here, view, focus. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Where'd it go? Microsoft Word, open. I'd already saved it on my computer. I want to just view one, side to side, read mode. It's not what I want it to do. Crap. Okay, so now that I picked out the one that I want. This is the one that I used to make this Santa. See his little face here and the little mustache. It was real easy. So you're going to get on the page and you're going to do a right click and do copy image. And then we're going to go to my Microsoft Word, which I already have it opened. this right here is everything that you're going to need. I will list that on there. Maybe try to put it on a slide. But here's my Santa. You can do right click and then paste. And see, here it is back here behind it. So you can kind of see here. I've got 2 of them. I don't need 2 of them, so I'm going to delete that. So now I'm going to click on this page and I'm going to go to crop, my picture format, and I'm going to crop it. Because I don't need all this other stuff. There's no sense in me wasting that. Because usually when I cut things out, I'll keep the paper that I don't, that's not written on, and use it as scrap paper to write notes on. So I'm just kind of moving this in so that I can just get this right here. So I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to have to change this so I can move it around. So there we go. So now I've got it that's a good size right there on the paper. So if I print that off, File, Print, and I'm going to print it to our color printer. And you can copy and paste all these on there and do multiple ones if you wanted to do more than just one Santa Claus. We did that one year. I made a whole bunch of these and we used them as centerpieces on the table. And they were really cute. So let me go print this off and go pick it up, and I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. I also created a list and made it into a JPEG, so I'll pull that into my video when I get it ready. So it tells everything that you're going to need. Now, let's see if I can angle this down where you can see what I'm doing. There we go. This is how my little Santa face. It's a perfect little size. It's a little smaller, so I probably need to make it a little bigger. Okay, so I blew up Santa's face a little bit better. And I'm going to get my scissors and start cutting these out. Okay, so now I'm going to use one book page. I'll set Santa's face over here out of the way. I'm going to put some glue on the back. You're just using a glue stick. Wait. I'm put it on the front because that's what side we're going to use. So putting that on there. And just stick it on your page like that. And now I'm going to cut it out. So I've cut it out, and that's what it looks like. And we'll glue it right on top of there, like that. And then it'll look like that. Throw this away. I might use this. We'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to put some glue on the back of this and on this and glue that to my Santa face. Just using a glue stick, not a big deal. Take my cutout and I'm going to stick it right on there. It's a little off, but I'm going to go trim that so it'll look just like that. So let me trim it. Trim the side where it doesn't show any pink. There we go. And just a little bit right here. That way it looks like it was made for this. There you go. Here's my Santa face that I will glue onto the cone. We're going to set that out of the way and move on to the next thing. Alright, so now comes the fun part. I've got this old book and we're just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. So this book I'll use for crafts. It's a very, very old book. It was on our sale shelf that it's been up there for a very long time. So I'm just going to use that to do, I've got a lot of papers that I can use for crafts. So the first thing I need to do is probably, because I want to kind of keep this together, so I'm going to try to cut down here where I can get to the pages easily. They're not always like that. See, now I can see this is all glued together. And then I'm going to cut the front part off. I'm going to use, I think, my X-Acto knife for this. I think it'll make it a lot easier. Be careful when you're using your X-Acto knife. You don't want to set it on top of a wood thing. Set it on cardboard or something thick so you don't mess up your desk or whatever. Mine didn't even affect it. So you can either save that hard piece for some other craft or throw it away. I'm just going to toss it. I don't see the need for it. So now I need to count out 40 pages. I definitely want it to have writing on it, so I'm going to just tear that off. 1, 2, 3. Be right back. I'm going to get 40 pages. Okay, now I'm going to do the book folding and make a Christmas tree out of it, or what I call a cone, that we're going to use for the Santa. So let me show you how to fold it. You're going to take your paper. I've already cut this out of a book. I went and got a different book so that way it had better glue. My other one was just not so good. The glue was all dried up. So then you're going to fold this down like this. Kind of fold the page over where it's like that. Then you're going to take it and fold it again like this, where it's going to come down like that, and you line it up to the spine, and you'll have this little flap down here. What we're going to do with that is we're going to bend it up to where it's even so it would sit. But we're going to flip this under now that we put that fold on there. So there we go. That's how you're going to do this, all these 40 pages. So I'm going to do some more and I'll be right back. So what I did was I put some glue on here to try to attach the part that fell off back on here. So I wanted to make sure it was good and strong. So this is what we call either a cone or it can be a Christmas tree. You could put a little star on it and you could put some stuff around it, make it into a really cute tree. But we are going to put a little paint on here. Before I do that, I think I'm going to show you how to make this, because we don't want to go too far down with the paint if we've got this together. Turn that off, get it out of my way, and let's see. So I've got just a little piece off of here because I'm going to make the top part first. Got my scissors right here, and I'm going to fold this over in half. I just cut a little piece off and I folded it in half so it looks like this. See? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut and make little bitty strips, but we're not going to cut all the way to the fold. Just about like that. See how it's still attached? So we're going to do this for a while. What I did was I taped it back together, and then you can see how this is real frilly. Now we're going to roll it together. Just have to be careful you don't want to break any of the pieces off. Okay, still got my glue gun a little bit. I'm going to put a little piece there. Try not to burn my fingers. There we go. Okay, now I've folded this over long ways, and I'm going to make the little fringe that will go around here, and then it will fold down. So we'll just do this for a little while, because then we have to curl it. And I should have curled the others. This is what the top part's going to look like. See, it's all kind of frilly, but I should have curled it before I rolled it up. So we will do that this time with this paper. Okay. This is what I've come up with. So now I'm going to bring it into a circle and attach it with my hot glue gun. So it'll look like that. And then we'll put it on there and determine how far we need to come down with the paint. So, let's see here. Okay. Come around here with this. Try not to burn my fingers. Whoops. Okay, come on. Come on. Get on there. I still burned my finger, but that's okay. Ooh. There. Now, you can see it's like a little crown-like thing. And you just have to be real careful with these little things or they will tear off. But as you can see, it's all frilly. That's going to be the base of his hat. So I'm going to put it on here to try to determine. Take my pencil and mark. Try to put a little mark because I want to make sure that my paint comes down that low. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to set that out of the way. Turn that back off. And put a little paint on here. I don't need very much since I'm only making one. So then you're going to paint, let's see, to about right there, I think it was. And you'll go all the way around about that far. Because you want that to be on the base. So now you can see I'm painting. Try not to go too far down, but it's okay if it gets a little farther, because that's the top, like his hat. See, I painted just the top of the top. It dries really fast. So then I can put this on and see, there's part of his hat. You just set it on there. And then we will put some glue here. I'm about to dump my phone on the... All right. Y'all see that now? Isn't that cute? Okay, and then I just have to find a place to put his face. His little face. That's what we're going to do now. Is, I think, it would be really good about right there. So now I'm going to put the face on. So I have my glue gun going. I'm going to put a little glue on here, find a good spot to put the face on. I think right about right here would be good. Oh, y'all can't see. Right about right here was probably be good. So I'm going to put some glue on here. Just, I kind of squirmed it up and down. And just stick it on there. Like that. Ooh, that's hot. Ow. Well, I burned myself again. I'm real good at that. There. So there you have it. there is our Santa Claus. Has this little hat, little frilly thing on the top, and there you go. So guys, I hope you like it. It's a cute little decoration. We've got them sitting around the library. Good little gifts. I mean, if you wanted to make somebody one, they could use it the next year at Christmas. Thank you so much for watching from Claiborne Parish Library. Happy holidays, and hope you guys have a Merry Christmas